Good morning everyone, and welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog, where we discuss all things entrepreneurship and running. It's a very cold morning. It's about -2 degrees, so certainly winter conditions. Not too windy though, or either that or the wind's behind me at the moment and it's ready to hit me on the way back, but nonetheless not too bad running conditions. And today it's Wednesday Wellbeing, where we discuss all things wellbeing, mindset, personal health, etc. And today's topic is called, it's not about the years left in your life, but it's more about the life you've had. So without further ado, remember, if you like this episode, please give it a like and a subscribe, and let's get started. So, I heard this quote recently, and it was stated, it's not about the years left in your life that count, but the life in your years. And I think it really hit me when I listened to that quote. This is a mindset episode today, but it's really important to kind of, people interpret this quote in many different ways, but it's so often that people do things the polar opposite to this quote. And I think that's where people are slightly flawed. So what do we mean by this quote? Well, it's not about the years left in your life. So it's not, people always get fixated on the future, thinking it's about, I'm coming 40, maybe I'm halfway through my life, I've got 40 years left of my life. And people are too fixated on that rather than the life that you've had in your years that counts. And what we mean by that is what I interpret from it is, stop thinking too hard about the future. Yes, the future is important, but think about what you've already achieved in your life. And I did an episode not too long ago when I discussed about creating your own eulogy, because I've been to numerous funerals before, and the eulogy that's been written, I don't feel it did the deceased justice, because it didn't sound like they did much in their life, but I'm sure they did huge amounts in their life. And what I'm trying to get across here is that, don't waste your life. There's too many people that will be unhappy doing a job they don't like, or unhappy in a relationship they don't want to be in, anything like those around these things. And life's too short. There's no point leading an unhappy life. You want to try and live a happy and fulfilled life, and I think the time to change that is now. So if you are one of these people, just think back to this quote. And I keep saying it again, I keep pronouncing it wrong as well, but it's not the years left in your life that count, but the life in your years. So what has your life been in the years you've currently had in this world? And if they're not enough, if you haven't achieved enough or done enough, then make sure you focus on that and live in the present and drive forward with your ambitions and dreams and hopes. Because once you start understanding that, you start valuing more about what you've actually done, what you've achieved, and in that regard, it can often be quite inspirational or positive, what you've already achieved in life. And then it's really exciting about thinking about what you can achieve next. But rather than thinking just about the future, you're actually taking stock about what you've already achieved. And each and every one of us will go on to achieve great things. It's all relative to who you are and what you do, but everybody will go on to achieve great things. And I think sometimes it's really good to take stock and realise that before thinking just about the future all the time. And I've been guilty of this. It's always future, future, future. My kids are behind me. Let me run back to get them. Oh, they're coming back. It's all right. We're on a quiet country road. It should be okay. So yeah, it's especially if I've got kids, I'm inevitably thinking a little bit more about the future, because I've always wanted to leave a legacy for them. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't look back on my life, and it's easy to get negative and depressed about all the failures that I've had over the years. But when I actually look at the achievements and the things that I've done well and the things that I'm proud of, it makes me feel that, I am living a fulfilled life. I have a wonderful family around me. I managed to chase my dreams every day. I'm doing a running vlog that who knows where it's going to go, and it's exciting, but I'm doing something every day to try and fulfill my life more, and I'm living in the moment more rather than the future. And if you live in the future too much, you can end up wasting the present and ignoring the past. And I think each and every one of you will probably interpret the quote slightly differently, but it really hit hard for me that I've been someone who's always been fixated on the years left in my life, what I need to do, rather than the life that I've had in the years that I've been here, or the life in these years. So I keep getting the quote wrong. It's not about the years left in your life that count, but the life in your years. Oh, hang on. My youngest. You right, James? Yeah, good lad. Right, so really it was just I'm not a philosopher by any stretch, but sometimes you do get a quote in your life that you'll see or you'll read or you'll hear, and it will have quite a profound effect on you. And this is one for me, and my take home and learning summary from today's episode is that appreciate what I've done and be proud of what I've done. Also live in the moment and continue doing it. I'm ensuring that the years that have passed I haven't wasted, and I think that's really important. And then the future can be linked to ensuring that I live a fulfilled life. So it's about fulfillment ultimately in my eyes. Now this is a random waffly vlog episode, or quite a few of my vlogs are waffly, unfortunately, but nonetheless, hopefully this has done its job and it's just made you think. If it's made you think about your life and it's made you think from a different perspective about your life, then the vlog episode has done its job. Because I'll say it one more time, it's not about the years left in your life that count, but your life in the years. And that's super important. It's like, what have you done in your life? And make sure that you live life to the full, so that when you get to the end of your life, whenever that may be, you can look back on it and think, you know what, I had a go. And that's always been my philosophy, although not as such linked to this quote, but I always said that when I get on my deathbed, the one thing I want to say is, you know what, I had a go. Win, lose or draw, success, failure, achievements, failures aside, if I can sit on my deathbed, or lay on my deathbed, if I'm sitting, I'm probably not on my deathbed, but anyway, if I lay on my deathbed and say, you know what, I had a go, then that's good enough for me. So hopefully there's some food for thought there, and it's made you think. So as always, I'd really appreciate your thoughts on this, because like I say, people interpret in different ways, but that's just my interpretation on this quote. So if you've got any questions on this, or any thoughts or feedback, drop me a comment. I'll respond to everyone. If it's a bigger question that you pose, I'll look to do a separate vlog episode and tag you in. And if you're seeing this in your social feeds and it's irrelevant to you, you don't need to unfriend, you can unfollow me, and then it'll stop cluttering up your social feeds. But also make sure you do subscribe to the YouTube Runpreneur channel, as I do a different topic on each day of the week. So hopefully, if today's episode wasn't relevant to you, one of the other day's episodes will be, and they're nice and neatly catalogued into a playlist in the Runpreneur channel. So hopefully you can dip in and out of that on an ad hoc basis in the future and find it useful. And also just remember to check out the Facebook Runpreneur group, whereby I host all my free resources that go with the vlog. The first one that's hosted is the 70-step checklist process that I go through for repurposing, reformatting and optimizing all of my content across all social platforms to be omnipresent. So if you are someone who wants to start putting more content out there in the most efficient way, definitely check out that checklist. It will hopefully help you in the future. So what's left to say is that the Runpreneur vlog was set up to help entrepreneurs and business owners overcome the emotions of stress, anxiety and overwhelm by using exercise, and in my case running, as a release mechanism to relieve the pressure, the stress, the anxiety, overwhelm, and to thrive under these conditions that every single entrepreneur and business owner experiences. It can often be the ones that succeed are the ones that have their own release mechanism, whether it's talking, whether it's exercise, whatever that may be, they have a mechanism to release the pressure, to get clarity and focus on what they're doing, and as a result they maintain in control and they move on to bigger and better things. The ones that don't have a release mechanism, the stress, the overwhelm, anxiety, it just builds up like pressure in a pipe, and it builds and builds and builds and builds and builds. If it's not released, the pipe bursts, and as a result, one of two things happens. It's usually the entrepreneur breaks down or the business breaks down, and unfortunately either or is often terminal to the likelihood of your business lasting the test of time. Now, I've been there before. I've lost multiple businesses because of this. I've had business partnership failures because of this. I've nearly been bankrupt because of it, and it's horrendous. I would not wish it on my worst enemy. So my pledge to you is that if you are an entrepreneur struggling with entrepreneurial pride, you feel you have to deal with everything yourself, you've got no way to relieve these pressures, drop me a message. There's absolutely no catch here. I'm not going to be selling anything, no pressure, no nothing. I just want to have a quick call with you to see if I can help you. And if I can give you a few steps to turning your life around in a positive way, then 100% it's been worthwhile. So I've had entrepreneurs do this already, and hopefully they're implementing the tips and advice I've given already, because I've been at rock bottom and I'm now on the way back up. And the way I run is as a release mechanism has really, really helped me to do that. So that's pretty much it for me today. As always, if you like this episode, please give it a like, comment and a subscribe. If you want to see similar content, please check out the playlist link below. And all I'll leave you with is stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.